Hello, everyone. I'm actually muted for once. Who would have thought? I'm alive. I'm alive. It's been like 2 million years, but your boy's back from fucking vacation and everything. Who would have thought? Yeah. Oh god. But it was a lot of fun, actually. I had such a great time. I wanted to spend today mostly talking about all the shit that I did. There was a lot of stuff. Like, I was gone for an entire week. You know? It's a lot of shit that happened. I'm trying to remember it all. I'm still like all over the place. But like, okay. Hey, Silverhands, what's up? But yeah, if you didn't know, I went to Pensacola last week. It was spring break in my college. We, decided, hey, if it's gonna be announced now, it's the perfect time because I don't have to wait for classes or any shit like that. So everyone that worked, my family tried to schedule off work, everything like that, and we tried to go up there. Now, unfortunately, I mentioned this a few times. Scheduling a group of 7 people, because yes, that's how big like my entire immediate family is, to go to one place is kind of hard, and there was some issues with it. Like my brother-in-law could not make it at all because of his like work schedule. He just couldn't, like straight up. Dude was cut. Like, the only time he would be able to go was like the first day, and he would have to go like immediately right back. And it's like there's no point in doing that. It's stupid. We just decided not to go at all. And whatever, sucks for him, but we weren't going to let that stop us from having fun. You also gotta know it. It's one of those things, you couldn't control it. But interestingly enough, my one of my sisters also couldn't get off work for the first day, so the first day was just me and my parents, and it's a little weird. Alright, it's a bit weird, because I'm again, family of 7 right now, but technically with my brother-in-law, but family is 6 total. Like, I have 3 sisters. Growing up, I'm used to having a lot of people around the house, a lot of bustling atmosphere, shit like that. So going from that to being like the only one, it's a bit weird. It's a little weird. But the entire carway was me and my parents. We all went in the same car, etc. On the ride up, we stopped at like this restaurant in Mississippi. I forget what it's called. It was like Applebee's. Straight up, it was like a local Applebee's. It was all right. Not necessarily anything big happened there, but we mostly just did that. But on the way there, for some reason, my parents wanted to make a fucking spectacle about going to a gas station called Lucky's, which is like the world's largest gas station, right? You'll see that like fucking everywhere, fucking in the internet. I mean, it's the world's largest gas station. It is a big deal to some people. And to be fair, they have a lot of cool shit there. It's like an entire like grocery store in there, and like they have a fucking breakfast food, shit like that, all like ground up with like buy and everything. And it's actually like solid. Like I remember one time we got like a brisket sandwich from one of the times we visited it, and it was really good. Like I was shocked. It was like the gas station, really good food. Those don't go in the same sentences together, but it worked. So I was happy. But in this visit, we didn't get too much. I remember I got like a thing of some roasted almonds that were like tasty as hell. Not necessarily good for your health because they were like fucking coated in sugar, but they were delicious. And I don't know why I remember this, but my dad he picked up like a bathing suit that had like the Buc-ee's logo on it, and it was like, hey, look, yeah, I think they have something in your size. I'm like, oh, you're so nice. Ugh. That was like on the way. Then we finally made it to the place, and the place itself was like hella nice. Like, I'm not gonna lie, my parents found a really nice place. I don't have any pictures to show y'all, unfortunately, but just take my word for it. I'm gonna describe this in like great, vividing detail. Now, because again, there's a lot of us being here, we had to get a decently good-sized place. It's a condo. It's not a hotel. So we had a main living area with a kitchen and everything, like a huge ass dining table, because it's like big like groups of people and everything. We had 4 different rooms. 3 of them had like king-size beds, I want to say, like big boy beds, etc. And there was one room with like 2 also big size beds. That's like quote unquote kids rooms, but you know how it is with like these kind of places. They make the kids rooms still big, as beds still big as fuck. And my 2 of my sisters that were like kind of tight with each other took the, like they lived in the same house, etc. They took the kids room. My oldest sister took like a room by herself, one of those big rooms. I had a room to myself, and my parents of course had a room to themselves. Funnily enough, my dad is like very picky about having his own bathroom, and there was only like one bathroom, like one bedroom that has a bathroom attached. So they took that one, right? In their bathroom has like a simple toilet, shower thing, whatever. Again, the one with the double rooms had a fucking bathroom off to the side, but not necessarily directly attached. Again, whatever. The other 2 rooms, for some fucking reason, had the bathrooms attached to each room. If I wanted to go visit my oldest sister, I could go through the bathroom and go to her room, just randomly. I don't know why, but they made it so that you could do that. But in that bathroom, hella cool shit. Because not only did it have a toilet, because most bathrooms have a toilet, you know, whatever. My guy had we had juiced up bassinet showers in that one. Because we did not have a normal tub. No. We were living the high life today. We had a fucking jacuzzi tub. And Lord knows, everyone here knows, your boy had to use it. So I used that motherfucker every chance I could. Because jacuzzi tubs, awesome. Do I want them in my house? God no, they're way too fucking expensive and not worth it. But in a hotel, in a condo, in a place I do not own, fuck it. I'm gonna use that fucker. Let's enjoy myself. It's like we didn't have a hot tub in this place, so I'm enjoying this like it is a hot tub, you know? It's a personal hot tub, and I'm naked. Not the point. But it was really nice. It's really nice. But also the shower. I don't know why, okay? But they had like 4 different like shower nozzles in there. You could have 2 different like shower beams coming at you at once. Hell, if you wanted to for some reason, you could have 2 different people taking a shower at the same time in the shower thing. I'm like, I don't know. They had like 4 different nozzles, 2 on each side, but like only for each like set, like 2. It can only like come out like out of one stream at a time. So like one's like more lower to the floor, the one's more above, like actually aiming for your head. One aims for your feet, one aims for your head. You can turn a little switch to toggle between which one you wanted, and if you like wanted to wash your feet, you just have like toggle down, boom, wash your feet. You want to wash it up, roll it up, boom, wash your face. And they had an up one, of course, on the opposite side of each other. First day, I wanted to just second day, not first day. First day was juicy tub. Second day, I wanted to just fuck around with it. So I fucking had both streams going at once. That was fucking something. And then we ran out of water and it was just cold and I was depressed. Not the point, but it was cool. Just having it there was cool as shit. And of course it was like a walk-in shower too, so it was like uber nice. It was awesome. But again, highly impractical to have like 4 different like nozzles and shit. Just give me like one with like a detachable head and I'm happy as shit. Literally, that's all I need. It's like honestly more better because that one was all fixed. Kind of lame, but looked really cool. Also, I don't know why, but my oldest sister room, the reason I didn't choose her room, because again, I was there first. I had first dibs in any room I wanted to, besides it's not the one that my parents chose. I didn't choose my oldest sister's room, which was like, again, same bathroom, same benefits, etc. Because for some reason, the place we went to is still partially under construction in some areas. So if you look out a window, you could see like grappling ropes and shit, like construction stuff. And I'm like, damn, I don't want to wake up and have someone like on construction just staring at me or some shit. So I chose the other room that didn't have that outside the window. And it's so weird because like it's like 2 different buildings, and on the other side of the building it says like no, you don't enter construction only. You see like construction crews and shit getting worked out on there all the time, and it's like, what the fuck? Some crazy bullshit like that. My bad, man. Holy fucking was so comfy. Like I supposedly had the best mattress because my parents fucked up. They chose the room again. They wanted their own toilet, but apparently I had the master bedroom, the quote-unquote master bedroom. I had the best bed, so I'm just lucky as shit. I'm living the high life. I was living the fucking high life. I was in bliss, dude. My bed was comfy as shit, and I was just chilling the entire time. Outside, we had like 2 different balconies, like in like a little interconnected area to connect it to. They're not really. They had like the same like view and everything. It wasn't that different. We had a nice view of the beach because again, I'm in Pensacola, so beaches, and it was actually really beautiful. Like, you see the nice white sand and everything. Your eyes are burning because it's fucking white sand and everything fucking hurts. But it still looks really beautiful once your eyes are adjusted. But it looked really, really good. The sea wasn't crystal clear. It's not like the fucking like we're on the like tropical island or whatever. Again, we're in fucking Florida, not anything like that. But it was still like a nice color and etc. It looked really cool. Funnily enough, at night, it is pitch black. There's no moonlight whatsoever. It was dark as fuck at night. Kind of funny. I just remember that being a thing. But it was honestly excessively beautiful. I have pictures on my phone, but I don't want to pull it out later. I might post them on my Discord if I have a chance later. It's honestly really nice view. Another thing in that room, in the place I actually thought was interesting, they provided us with a Wii U, of all things. They just gave you a Wii U. It was like, I thought someone left it and it was like, oh no, someone left their Wii U or some shit. Oh no, you know, get to play it now. No, they provided us with that shit for some fucking reason. I'm like, why? You could I thought it would be like if any Nintendo console would be like a Wii because, you know, Nintendo's way too fucking expensive. They're not gonna provide you with that. That's gonna get stolen. But a Wii U, I thought it was gonna be a Wii because it's cheap, old enough. It was the bigger console. Everyone fucking played it. But they gave us a Wii U. Hey, Ambi, nice sneezing in my chat. Get the fuck. I snorted up. It's fine. I'm sensitive to the dust right now. Sorry, my channel's. I know my channel's not old because it's been inactive a little, but don't sneeze in here. I'm getting out of here. Don't worry about it. But I was just talking about how the place I stayed at for my vacation had a Wii U for some reason. They gave us some games with it too. Like on the Wii U itself, they had like the latest Mario Kart installed, and they gave us like 3 games, like a Lego Marvel's Avengers for some fucking reason. It was like random games. It was like one of them was like a Mario 3D World, which okay, fair. And I can't fucking remember. I have a photo of it on my phone of what the games we had because I sent it to my sisters. Cause we had a Wii U growing up, and my sisters had the Wii games. I'm like, hey, bring some Wii games up. We can play some later. And I sent photos of games like to not like accidentally like overlap. Oh, it was the Donkey Kong game. It was the latest like Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Yeah, that was something. They brought like a bunch of fucking Wii games up to like eat shit just in case and everything. It was it's just a weird touch to add in the place. It's cool as hell because yeah, that was meant to be a quote unquote kids room, which is fair, but it's just such a weird thing to add. Again, I didn't mind. Every place had a TV because of course it did, but still, this stuff was really cool. I mentioned before, we were by the beach, and I'm in Pensacola. I'm going to the beach, and I tried to go to the beach one day. The first time I went there, I don't know if y'all know, but I really like going into waters and beaches. I like swimming. I really, really love swimming. It's really, really fun. It was immensely cold out. Like, it wasn't just cold in the air and shit. Like, it was windy as hell, and it was kind of cold. It wasn't really that relaxing, but the water was ice. I mean, I went in. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to see how the water is. Cause my mom's like, oh, it'll be warm enough. It's in the springtime. It'll be warm enough. I went in there. I was ice cold, and I was like, nah, no shot. I'm not fucking staying in here. So I pussied out. I pussied out the fucking swimming for the first day, and I just like chilled with the sand. I was kind of bored on the beach without being able to swim, because that's what I do on the beach usually. I try to do other shit, like just relax. I did that for a while. I was just chilling, vibing. Just, you know, no shame if anyone wants to do that. It is a very relaxing thing to do, but with cold wind heading on you, it kind of gets a little uncomfortable after a while. So I try to get myself busy with like fucking around with sand. Just like messing around with sandcastles, stuff like that. I'm not one to really make those, and I'm not good at them. But I tried. I fucked around with them a little bit. It was fun. But it wasn't amazing. So I decided, you know, with my gigabrain of knowledge. You ever see those memes where just a bunch of dudes digging a hole? Yeah, I tried to do that for a bit. I dug a hole in sand, just a big hole. It wasn't really that big, but I tried. But I didn't have like any proper shovel. I just like one of those like little baby pails, and I was like, this is awful. After a while, I was just tired, and I was one person because no one's helping me. I'm just by myself, so I just got bored after a bit and tired. Just sat in the hole of sadness and got sand all over me, and that was something. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna head up. And before I headed up, I wanted to at least try the pool, because they did have a pool there for some reason. If you didn't want to like go into the beach for whatever reason, you don't want to fuck around with sand, they had a pool. It wasn't impressive. It was like a basic pool, square, nothing really there besides it. Still, you know, it's a nice thing to offer. I wanted to test it. I went in there, dipped my hand in. It was like slightly warmer, but it was still cold as shit. And I was like, you know what? Not worth it. I went back up there. Well, I mean, like like a lot of my other parents and shit was still out. They ended up coming in soon after me to go, because again, it wasn't comfortable. But that was only one of the days. The second time we went out to a beach, we straight up, it was warmer. Like, it was still a little cool out, but it wasn't windy, which made it a hell of a lot more enjoyable. And the water, at least on the beach, because apparently the fucking pool was colder for some reason. Cold as shit. But the beach water was actually doable. Like, it was cool, you know. It took a bit to getting used to, but I was able to actually like swim in it. It was amazing, dude. I was so excited to go back in. I fucking love swimming on beaches. I don't know why, right? I'm about this, right? I like fucking, you know how like when you're on it, like messing around in the water, if you go deep enough, the waves just start smacking you in the face. I really like think that's fun as shit. I really love that for some reason. I know some people don't like it. That's why they don't like going to the beach or whatever, or like messing around with the water. I like to fight the waves. I like charge at them when they're coming at me like a dumbass and just smack my face directly head first and then get the water all over my face. I do not care. I think that's like the highlight of fucking beaches. It's so much fun. I remember at one point I was with my dad, because I managed to convince him to come in the water for a little bit, and there was one giant wave that like knocked me like fucking flat on my ass and like carried me to shore a little bit, and it was like fucking massive. It was so much fun. It's like I don't know, getting hit by like a fucking massive ass wave like that, just like like cocks you on your, that's fun as hell. I don't know why. Like a fucking roller coaster, but it's a fucking water. Technically you could die, but not the point. Fucking love that shit. But after a while I got cold as hell, because again, the water's still cold, and the temperature outside, again, it wasn't freezing, or it wasn't like freezing or anything, or cold, but it still was cool. If you get out the water while it's cool, you're gonna like become an ice cube, because it becomes like 10 times colder. And so after a while I just came back in, fucking warmed up, and died. That's just the beaches and stuff. We did other things there. Like, there was a zoo that we went to, and that was actually really, really cool. Like, fucking, it had a lot of shit there. I'm trying to think of all things. I took a lot of photos, surprisingly, of all the animals. There was so many shit there. There was so much shit there. But the main thing I really, really liked doing there was, feeding the animals. We would, like, bought, like, a little bit of extra money. It was, like, $4 or so. And they gave you a lot of feed to feed the animals. And so they had like different feeding areas for some animals. And we would go to them, like take out like a little pellet, they gave us a couple of pellets, and you take out like one at a time, and you would feed them to some of the animals. we went to this one area that was full of sheep and goats, and we would just like feed them and like take one, put them in our hand, and let them like lick it out or like lightly munch it out. It was like fucking adorable because they were like so fucking fluffy and tiny, and it was amazing. I fucking love petting zoos, dude. They were friendly. Like I didn't get bit or anything like that. Like they were all like really friendly. Just like a little bit up, you know, let them bag you in the hand. You like give them like a little pet, etc. And that was one area that you could feed them in. We walked around a little bit, and then we found the giraffes. The giraffes had a different like feed because they don't eat the pellets. They gave you a separate cup full of romaine lettuce that they like you only feed them this shit because it's their shit. And you would take one out, and the giraffes had like a fucking like major cage and everything around to keep them like separated from the people. So they only their necks only feed you. They wouldn't like you be anywhere near harm. And you would take out the lettuce and try to like reach up and give it to them. And they would just, dude, like, it's not like the other ones where they like you like let them like the mouse near your hand and they just like kind of like lightly chomped it or like licked that out. These motherfuckers just straight up went full tongue, like licked your hand in its entirety. Because like the little dudes, they had like small tongues, not anything massive or anything. These motherfuckers had like fucking foot-long tongues and shit. It was crazy. What did the giraffe smell like? I don't know. It didn't really smell like anything. It's again, I'm only smelling their necks. It didn't smell bad, at least. Surprisingly enough. I think the saliva smell was gross, but that's about it. But you would feed them like lettuce at a time, and it was really cool. You wouldn't be able to pet them or anything. These motherfuckers are just hungry for their fucking lettuce. It was really cool. Then last like little feeding. There's actually no. There's another one. God. There's another little feeding area where you could feed some like they were cows, some kind of cow. They were fucking massive. They had like horns and everything. They were big, and you could just like feed them. You could feed them one at a time, but their mouths were like massive. So I would like feed them multiple things of like the pellets at the same time. And just they would try to be like let them like fall into their mouths, kind of like the goats did a little, and use their tongue. But their mouths were so big, you kind of like just like slid it in there. And you want to know what they smelled like? They smelled awful. I thought they smelled like shit. They smelled awful, dude. I hated what they smelled like. But they were kind of fluffy, I'm not gonna lie. The last little feeding area, we didn't see it till a lot later, but they had camels. So, fun thing about camels is that they can spit on you and shit. So, the people at the zoo were kind of smart and went like, we're not gonna let them spit on you, because we're not fucking dumb. So instead of like, you feeding them directly, no, that was a big no. Everything else, you fed directly. This area, you took a little pellet, you put on like some like tube thing, and the tube like slides it down via gravity into like some like row feed trough thing, where then the camels go and feed off of. You don't feed them directly, essentially. It's an indirect feeding because again, camels are dicks. That was the last feeding area. Basically, if you're gonna feed them, feed the giraffes because again they have different feed, whatever, and just feed like the goats and the sheep because the sheep are cute, at least. You know, they're fluffy and they don't hurt and they don't smell and they're fine. They're lovely, little beast. Everything else at the zoo though was mostly just staring at and shit, through cages or whatever. A lot of it was cool. We saw a few babies. Like we saw like a baby lemur on top of like another lemur carrying it. It was fucking adorable. It was awesome as shit. We also took like a little like train ride because they had a fucking train ride for some reason. They had like a little mini track around some like a foresty area that they had like cut off via a moat, where they have some of the bigger animals like rhinos and shit, where they're not in cages, and you would take like cool photos of them and shit. And hippos. Hippos are terrifying. They have hippos, and that was cool as shit. I'm not usually one for zoos myself, but I think they're kind of cool. Cages. Coaster, I hate you. No, that's not my name. I'm talking about zoos in my trip. But I'm trying to think about else. I can't think of anything necessarily else unique I saw at the zoo. I saw like a lot of unique animals and shit that were cool. Like I saw like a peacock with like, well, not really a peacock, but a thing like a peacock, where it had like a big like sheath of like feathers all out and everything. It was like white, elegant as shit. It was really cool. Of course, there was actually a peacock, but I didn't have the fucking things out because it's lame and cringe and lame. Saw a lot of ducks that were just there for some reason. They weren't even like part of the exhibit. They were just chilling. Flamingos were there, fucking all kinds of things. It was really cool. That was the zoo. It was really cool. Apparently, when I was really young, because it was from the first time I was there a lot as a kid. But the first time we went to the zoo, it was apparently ass and awful. Like, they kept the animals in cages and shit, and my parents hated it. So they were like quite impressed with how the things turned out. It was one of the more fun things we did. Funnily enough, right? I don't know when this was, but one of the rides up, I alternated between like which cars we took, because again, my family took different cars because my sisters came up on a later date. They came up on the second day, and they stayed up until like the final night, and they like drove like at the night that before we were going to leave, because we left in the morning, Saturday, like 11. So my sisters left the previous night just to get out early quickly, you know. But one of the times I drove up like to a restaurant with my sisters, or wherever my sisters, I don't know why, but apparently my older sister got like fascinatedly obsessed with a TikTok song about a capybara, and she would just play that non-stop, and she was like entranced with it, and it was like the stupidest thing, but it was funny as shit, because it was just like, I don't know what I was listening to. Like, I'm sure, again, she said it was from TikTok, so like, a lot of people probably know it already. But I'm still thinking like he's off of that rocker, you know? It was crazy. But besides that, there was some other things that we did there too. There was a lot of places we went to eat. Like, we went to a place called Crabs that had, you guys wouldn't have guessed what they had at Crabs, you know? I think it's quite surprising. They had crabs. We had crabs at Crabs because it's in the fucking name. And I'll be honest, they were mid. I was shocked. I was expecting better. And funnily enough, I've noticed a trend with a lot of these seafood places in Florida. They're adding sushi to their menus for some reason. Well, okay, it's not for some reason. Sushi is becoming a very popular food all over in the States and shit, so it doesn't make sense, no sense or whatever. But I just think it's a little funny that a place that was like specializing in crabs and shit like that just have like a sushi menu. Simple one, but a sushi menu. None of us got sushi. But it was there, it was funny. There was another place we went to, I can't remember the name. It was like, with an F, I can't remember. Like, I want to say Froggers or something like that. It was called Flounders. And the only thing I really remember is that they had this chowder thing that they had there. It was like a seafood chowder. It was fucking immaculate. It was really good. I never really had chowder before. That was so good. I love food. It had some like nice chowder that was warm, and it was amazing, and it warmed my soul. Amazing. Funnily enough, they also had a gift shop there, right? And the main thing I'm bringing this up that I remember, alright? I didn't buy anything there, but I just remember some like really gross statues that I can only describe as being for old men. Like, they had like this like cartoonishly characterized old dude in a car with like a woman with like comedically larger breast, blonde hair, cartoonishly like hips, the whole shebang. The nips were poking out of like a bikini, and the dude, I'm pretty sure, was naked. And I'm like looking at this. It didn't show any like private parts, but again, besides girl nips, of course. I'm looking at this like, I had like pure disgust. Like, what the fuck am I looking at? It had me flabbergasted. I never. Who was it for? Who was buying this? You know, like. That's why I'm thinking it's like only for like old dudes or shit, because that's the kind of shit that they would buy. I'm not buying this shit. That's like gross. It looked nasty. Like I get anime figures and shit, or whatever, because it's fucking like not real anyway. But like the character guy is like woman didn't even look good. It just looked gross. It looked nasty. I didn't think it looked good at all. I was just like, dude, what are you doing? And I saw that and I was like disgusted. I looked around a little more. There was more, but it was just a woman and she was full nude. And I was like I'm just like obviously you're not getting this if you have like kids or anything like that. But like, why? Who is the buying this? I want to see them. I want to meet them and going, why? What are you doing? Are you getting this as a gag gift? It's like the only thing I could think of. It's so stupid. Jesus, send me for a trip. It was. Also went to like the boardwalk that's there once, like the first night, and it was first day was really cold. Or actually, it wasn't the first night. It was the second night. Oops. It was really cold that night for some reason. Like, it was annoyingly cold. So, one of the places you went to was a souvenir shop called Ron John's. If you've been there, if you don't know what that is, it's a clothing store. They like plaster the logo on everything. It's a surf shop, quote unquote, but it's a clothing store with like their logo on fucking more billion things. They treat themselves like Nike without any worth a damn of it being Nike, you know? And I was cold. I looked around. I found this nice hoodie. And I was like, hey, it's okay. It has a nice color, and it doesn't have an obnoxious logo. It had like a small logo on the side. It was like the only one that had like a small logo that wasn't disgusting. So I'm like, I'm cold. Let's buy this. And I ended up just wearing it out. I'm actually wearing it now currently. It's black, but it's not like complete black. It's like a nice like camo to it and everything. And it looked really good. I was really happy with it. But while it just like serves really well. Fucking, it's freezing fucking out, and when we went back out, I was actually able to like adapt, improvise, adapt, overcome, etc. But that wasn't the only souvenir I got. Later in the trip, we went to a souvenir shop proper called like Alvin's Island, which is just full of souvenir shit, cheap souvenir stuff, basic stuff, shit like that. And I ended up getting another shirt, not a hoodie, but an actual shirt that was like Pensacola theme, like, oh, Pensacola Beach, yada yada yada. I liked it, you know, it had like a nice color, it looked nice, long sleeve. I was like, fuck it, I'll get it. And I thought it was really nice. That was the only two things that I got as gifts. Well, I shouldn't say as gifts, souvenirs. I thought I was pretty happy with them. I was shocked, you know? I'm not usually a souvenir person, but I actually found some really nice things. I don't know, maybe like as a young kid and all, I was like trying to find like a toy or something like that, you know? Or some, I shouldn't say a toy, because we got toys as kids, but something like, I don't know, usefully fun as that. But now I'm just like, really satisfied with clothes. They had some good shit up there. I was like, damn, that's really nice. I was happy. I don't know, I'm happy with that now. It was really nice. It was the last shirt I was talking about, I didn't describe it. It was a light blue shirt with the dark blue text for like Pensacola Beach, like a wave pattern on it, like Pensacola Beach coming down like one of those sleeves, like in X or whatever. And it had like "Stay Salty" at the bottom. I went, I have to buy this. I'm a fucking salty little bitch all the time, and I thought it was funny. It was really nice. It was a nice shirt. One of the other things we did while we were there was we took this boat ride, a ferry, and in the middle of the ferry, you know, typically you would see dolphins and shit. That's what the fucking caption of the shit said. Like, oh, you'll see dolphins all the time. We always see dolphins. We didn't see one fucking dolphin there. But that wasn't the main attraction. I was salty because I was like expecting dolphins. I wanted to see fucking dolphins. You hyped me up. I wasn't even coming here for dolphins. I didn't know dolphins would be on this thing. You told me there was dolphins. I come up here, no dolphins, and I'm kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little peeved, you know? Where are they? I'm looking around like, what the fuck are they? Come out of the water. Come down, go through and come say hi. But no, they didn't show up. Whatever. I wasn't mad. But the main attraction there was the Blue Angels. If you don't know what a Blue Angels were, they were planes. They're planes, but I forget exactly how they work. They're like showman planes. they just do a bunch of tricks and shit, which is cool, like aviation tricks. So in the middle of the boat stops, and you would see them come out the horizon. Everyone like getting on their phones, looking at the shit, etc., etc. I also on my phone, I tried to take as many pictures as I could because that shit was kind of cool. And they would do a lot of tricks in the air. They had like a squad of 5 people. They did all kinds of tricks that don't necessarily seem that impressive, but when you kind of know a little bit about like how much shit goes into aviation. I'm not claiming to be an expert, by the way. I'm just saying that like the shit they're doing isn't hard. I mean, not hard. It isn't easy. Words. What they're doing isn't easy. So it's impressive to see what they're doing. Like seeing, for example, one thing they do, like they would just fly upside down. That's cool as shit. Like you see that in video games all the time and shit, but that's in real life hard as fuck to do. But they fucking do that shit. You would see them going in like formations, like coming at each other, shit like that, or like going in a really tight formation where they're basically like touching each other, but they don't crash or anything like that. Cool shit. It was really cool. And sometimes there was one instance where like you see 4 of them doing something over there, and then the 5th one like flew by while like everyone's distracted and just fucking shatters your fucking eardrums because he's a fucking bitch. They wanted to get you with that fucking plane war and shit like that. It fucking sent me. Holy hell. But it was really cool. Seeing them doing all kinds of shit like that. That was honestly really cool. After the boat ride was over though, like one of my sisters did not like it in the slightest. She's kind of got a little seasick, and she was like moody because of it. Because I don't know, like, I'm throwing a little dirt, like, drama a little, but like she was kind of ruining, like I shouldn't say ruining, but like she was trying to be kind of like, oh, I'm not having fun, therefore no one's gonna have fun kind of mood, you know? Like you can't really do that on a vacation with your family and shit like that. Like if you didn't want to go, you shouldn't just like voice your opinion or some shit like that. You know, like you didn't decide this yesterday. Don't do this, and you didn't even have to come, etc. Like to the thing, not to the trip. Obviously, come to the trip. It's just a badge. That you got over it quickly. Also, when we were like around the like docking area and shit like that, we had a fucking like toy Blue Angel like seller there that had like toys, mugs, etc. souvenirs. We didn't get any because we knew better, because that dude was obviously like selling them like at a premium. Convenient shit. Buy them. You buy them online for like probably like $10. Well, from him it's like 30 or some shit. Not worth. Oh, dude, I forgot about one place. Alright? So, one of the days we went to, what is this, a restaurant called McGuire's, and there was this place I was so excited to go to. Oh my god. They call themselves, there was an Irish pub, alright? But I was told when talking to his friends later that it's like kinda not Irish. But I don't fucking care. The food was still immaculate. While there, I got this thing called a steak and ale. It wasn't steak and ale. Irish steak and mushroom pie. And my god, I was nutting over food. Like if you could like jizz because of food, I was like full creaming my fucking pants. It was amazing. I don't say this shit about everything, alright? This place, this food, this dish, I fucking nut for. I don't get it every day. Every time we go there, I fucking basically orgasm because the food is just that good. Trust me. If you're ever in like Pensacola or Destin, go there. Just go there. It is that good. It's fucking amazing. The lighting there is horrific. It has like fucking red lighting, but the food, fucking amazing. If you can drink, better, because they have fucking alcohol there, but I couldn't drink. It's 20 still. Not the point. also a funny thing about that place in general. It's one of those places where they like take dollars and staple it on the wall or on the ceiling, etc. And it's like caked in them everywhere. It's crazy. People write on it and shit. It's cool. It's cool. Damn. I remember every time I go there, I was like always amazed by how much fucking money is all over the place. It's always dollar bills. If you put 100 up there, you're a fucking moron, you know. But it's dollar bills. It's crazy. Oh yeah, on the trip too, right? We saw one night we just decided to watch a movie, alright? And I ended up watching the new Puss in Boots movie. I always wanted to watch it, but while there I thought, hey, perfect opportunity, you know? And they had a Roku, so we signed in. Apparently my parents had a Peacock account, which cringe, but whatever. Do your shit, it's not my money. And we watched it on there, because it's on there. And the movie was really, really good. I had a fun time with it. I watched it with my sisters and my parents. It was really, really good. My dad, my family really liked the villains and shit, like Jack Horner and after shit. Everyone raved about them. Of course they fucking liked them. But it was a really fun movie. It was some shit that I was shocked by. I'm not gonna talk spoilers, but like some of the reveals that, again, I never watched the first movie, but apparently it was in the first movie. So I was like, huh? He did what? That's why Kitty Softballs doesn't like him? Like, I remember being like, what the fuck is this about, you know? There was one scene that I am going to spoil because fuck you. They use quote unquote curse words in there, but they would just bleep it out, straight up. And I knew they were coming because I've seen clips of it and it's hilarious. But I was just waiting for them to catch my parents off guard, and it was whew, funny as shit. You don't see it coming. It's a kids movie, right? It's a kids movie. And you just see him going, and you're just like, huh? Excuse me? I kind of wish more people did that, because that's fucking hilarious. It comes out of left field. Amazing. It sends me, dude. You know, it's funny because like one of the last days we were also on the trip, right? For some fucking reason, Thursday. It was not Thursday. It was Wednesday night. My mom and my parents told me, oh, Thursday's the day we're staying inside. Thursday's the day we're staying inside because it's gonna be rainy, right? Thursday is gonna be full of rain, be storming all the fucking day. Not worth going out. We're not doing shit. We're just gonna stay at home, watch, chill, watch movies, whatever. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. That's fine. I'm having potato day. That's cool. Dude, that's usually what we do on these kind of trips. We have a day off where we just chill. But it didn't happen the day of. It happened Wednesday night, like early Thursday morning, I guess, like 5 a.m. or so. And for some reason, my body's like, hey, what if you just woke up in the middle of the night around this time? And so I did, and I heard that shit, and it was the most surreal thing to go back to sleep to. I remember trying to go back to sleep, and I just kept hearing torrential rain falling on the windows and shit, and I was like, huh? What happened? It was kind of, I don't know, it was like white. It was like one of the like white noise things. It was like kind of soothing in a way. It was weird, but I kind of liked it. It was straight like one of those like ASMR looking up white noise rain kind of things, and you press play, that's what you're listening to. It was very interesting. But that was cool. Now, the last thing that I remember doing was like, my sister's already gone. It was like Friday night. I wanted ice cream because we never got ice cream. The boardwalk place we went to had an ice cream place, but it was so cold. We were like, oh, we'll just get ice cream another day. I wanted ice cream, so me and my parents ended up going to this ice cream place. And dude, the kind of ice cream I've been having like past months or so, whenever if I ever have ice cream, was like the store-bought stuff. You know, like frozen, goes in your freezer, you take it out, like talking about a little nom, that kind of stuff. Bro, this was the first taste of real ice cream I had at a strawberry cheesecake. Dude, that was oh, it was so good. I haven't had like real ice cream in so long. I was like, Oh, it was so sweet. It was amazing. I was in bliss. I was getting warmed by a fucking ice cream cone, dude. It was beautiful. Dude, it was so great. On the Saturday morning, then eventually came and packed up everything that day. I remember like taking 2 million years, so my mom's like uber sensitive about checking a bunch of shit. She didn't want to forget anything. Because to be fair, even though my sisters left early, they forgot shit. I mentioned before they brought up Wii games and shit. Yeah, they forgot those. So we had to go back in there and pick them up and actually bring them home. They forgot them. So my mom had at least a reason to be worried because they're fucking forgetful. But I wasn't because I remembered all my shit. And one thing that I actually really do appreciated about this place when it came to like packing shit is that they gave you, I don't know, like most hotels give you like that typical like L part thing, whatever. Those are fine. This place straight to give you fucking grocery carts. They gave you a specialized grocery cart for this area. It sounds dumb, but it works so well. Because we spent a night, right? We spent a fucking night buying a more billion things of groceries for some fucking reason. Because my mom wanted a fucking mega case of fucking food for some fucking reason. So we had like two grocery carts full of food from this place. She spent so much money on grocery stuff, but we did like at least eat a lot of it, so it was worth. Mostly. We bought all of it back. And if we didn't have those grocery carts, man, those would have been the most annoying things to carry up. We just got 2 grocery carts from the area, brought them all the way up. It is immaculate. But yeah, last day we just loaded a bunch of our little stuff up through the grocery cart, brought it all down, etc., suitcases, etc., and we left. And the only like remarkable thing about us leaving was that we stopped at a roadhouse, like, and we had like a conversation about like, wow, there's really like no roadhouses like close to where we live. We were kind of like salty about that, essentially. We were just having a salt moment. But that was my trip in its entirety. Like, it was still a lot of fun. Like I'm going off on my tangent here. It was a lot of fun, but it was a lot of chill moments too. I'm very, very happy I had this like week off. I had to just mentally week clock and everything. But there was one thing I completely forgot about, and so a funny story, right? This is what I was just talking about. I go to my first class today, like really early morning, 8 a.m. Nothing bad happens, you know, etc. Normal shit, cool stuff. I go back home, my dorm, took a nap to my next class, chemistry. Go to it, I walk in like, okay, it's gonna be another boring day. I'm taking it, etc. I walk in, everyone has Scantrons out and test, like, Scantrons out, pencils out, etc. I'm like, oh fuck, there's a test today. I took a test today and basically didn't study whatsoever. I forgot there was a test today. Because fucking, they decided over break. Yeah, okay, that's my fault. I didn't remember. On vacation. Can you please understand? I was on vacation. My mind was completely in vacation mode, not thinking mode, and so I forgot. I was just sitting there like, I'm screwed. Lucky again, it's Scantron, so it's all multiple choice, so I don't think I did terribly on it. And I've already done really, really good on this class in the past, so it's not the worst thing. But I think that's all I can about it for now. There still is a lot of stuff I need to make up. There's a lot of stuff I need to do that's due tonight. But I think I am gonna end it here. It's a shorter stream today, but it's mostly just a recap of everything that's been happening on that trip. It was a lot of fun. But I think now is a good time to end it. I haven't made a schedule yet, but I am going to release one later today. It's going to happen later today. If I don't have it later today, you have the right to call me stupid. But until then, I think I'm just gonna head out, and I'll see y'all later.